Hey guys, it's Boomer, and I have a super exciting announcement. We here at Service Entrance People are now officially brand ambassadors for Reaper Apparel Company. We could not be more excited to join their roster and to help promote their brand and their entire community. And just like Pixie and I have battled anxiety and depression, so have the folks at Reaper, and they know that the present is not something to waste. It's all about trying to be the best version of ourselves every single day and making our dreams come true like we're doing here on Service Entrance People, and the folks at Reaper are as well. So please join the Reaper community, check them out. Go to reaperapparelco.com, use the coupon code ServiceEntrancePeople for 10% off all of your purchases, and you can check out the links in our Facebook and Instagram to get 15% off as well. That's reaperapparel.com, promo code ServiceEntrancePeople.
You got to make a reservation. It's very difficult to get in.
Well, it's okay. I'll use the service entrance. I'll see you at 9.
Welcome
And bienvenidos
to another episode of Service Entrance People. I am Boomer.
And I'm Pixie. Hola.
Well, hola to you, Pixie. For those of you new to the show, just jumping in, this podcast is for and about the gritty, underpaid, underprivileged service industry workers of the world.
Unite.
We have clearly made some wrong turns in our lives because no matter what, we have ended up here in jobs where no matter our talent, our art, our skills, we deal with the infamous Karens and Florida Man.
Florida Man.
And Mr. and Mrs. Von Uppity on a daily basis. Day in and day out, we walk through the parking lot of broken dreams and enter through that specially marked door. You know the one!
The service entrance door.
That is sadly correct. If you are interested in listening and sharing in the war stories of the industry, or if you're curious as to what us,
the help,
are really thinking, we are going to share with you stories of the strange, shocking, and hilarious, because laughing is the only way how that we know way how. I could reread that, but I'm not going to.
That's right, though. This industry is one that we've come to truly love, God knows why. And although you'll hear horror stories and ranting and bitching that we have to work at work, we kid because we care. There's nothing we'd rather be doing except maybe
this here podcast for you.
Correctamundo.
Also, please do us a favor. If we aren't for you, then listen anyway.
Hate listen, rage listen, binge listen.
Heckle us, because we know that the only thing that's better in this world than a good horror movie is a terrible fucking horror movie. As Pixie said, and as will be adorned on stickers and t-shirts at some point in the future, if you don't like us,
press play and walk away.
That is right. One final disclaimer. This show, like the industries that we cover, comes with some spicy fucking language.
Ay, 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 muy caliente.
You are officially forewarned.
Fuego.
Please do us a favor and listen, like, subscribe, share. Most importantly, leave us a written review of any type of words. They don't matter. Your words, they mean nothing.
But also we need words.
Because they push us up the charts. It's very strange. I don't get it. You don't get it. But we are also not coders, and it is not our place to understand.
Not our place?
I'm on fire today.
Wow.
We'll explain why in a moment. But yeah, it's not.
It's just not.
It's not. Just write fucking words. It helps.
Use the predictive text code and just
beep, boop, 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 boop.
5 times. Just right in the center of your screen there.
You can do a bunch of things to help us in our quest at world domination, and we would love for you to do any or all of them. One, you can send us your stories. Email us at serviceentrancepeople@gmail.com. You can also leave us a voicemail, 854-345-7721 with your stories. Nobody answers the phone. I promise you that much. You will just talk into nothingness, and then magically it will appear worldwide on this broadcast.
Or you can go to Facebook and message us at Service Entrance People Podcast, or you can contact us on Instagram at Service Entrance People Pod and leave us a DM.
Girl, who's all up in your DM?
Hopefully people who love this podcast.
I hope so too. You can also step up and become a producer. Patreon.com/serviceentrancepeople. Any level of producer sponsorship, you get free stuff. We make sure of that. Plus, if you are an executive producer, you get your name read out by us super lovingly at the end of each show.
And if you don't want to make the full commitment and you just want to donate a little bit, whether it be $1 or $1 million, if you're feeling generous, go to PayPal at Serviceentrancepeople and make your little donation that's only one time. This next part of our program is highly sponsorable.
Very highly sponsorable. Again,
We can't stress it enough.
Little sad that it's still highly sponsorable, people.
So highly sponsorable. It's the Shifty of the Week.
That is right. Let us lock the doors, crank up the tunes, and grab our Shifty of the week. Pixie, you go first tonight.
Okay, so tonight, my Shifty of the Week, still highly sponsorable, is New Belgium Domingo Mimosa Sour.
Domingo!
6.0 ABV. And that is from North Carolina and Fort Collins, Colorado.
Nice.
There we are.
You're so much better at not spilling that all over yourself than I am.
Wow, it tastes really good. No, it's got that I want to call it Kamehameha fruit, but it's clemency?
Hello, clemency.
Seriously, it's spelled C-A-L-A-M-A.
Calamansi?
N-S-I.
Calamansi?
Calamansi. So fancy.
Jamming on the minges. Slapping a salamansis.
Fancy calamansi fruit. It tastes
Hell yeah.
really nice.
Awesome. Well, it's making you happy, so
yeah.
That makes me happy. I am drinking
What's that?
Frosty Blue Lemonade. That's it.
That's it?
Frosty is the name of
and
the brand.
A blue lemonade?
It's a blue lemonade. It's carbonated blue lemonade.
Weird.
Oh, it's amazing. Now, the reason
No alcohol required.
Nope, none whatsoever, which is probably good. So before we get into all of this fun stuff, I do need to put a little disclaimer on this week's show. As you may tell just by my speaking voice, I'm not super healthy right now. I actually, over the past week, I did come down with the COVID, which sucks.
You sick bitch.
I am. This is actually the second time I've had the COVID, but the first time in like 2 years. But it has forced us to try a little bit of a different recording method since, not wanting to contaminate the worldwide headquarters of Service Entrance People. So I'm hoping that the little magic that we're trying to do here makes it so that it still sounds good on your end as a listener. And I do hope that you understand that I'm going to sound like shit, and I apologize for that. It is certainly not my intent, but we decided that it would be better to maybe, at the very least, do an episode where maybe I didn't sound great as opposed to not doing anything. So
we apologize for Boomer.
Basically, that's just a long way of saying I am sorry for my general existence and my level of suck.
I'm sorry for my success in the Lord.
You're just jealous of my success in the Lord. That's what that is. Also, one last thing before we start the show. I would like to give a shout out, okay? Because there is I was going to say girl, but she's a woman. Who
more than a woman?
No, I think she's actually more
just a woman. More than a woman to me.
Okay. Who I went to grade school, junior high with, named Addie Stiles, in Western Massachusetts, and she started something very, very cool that is food service industry adjacent. So I did want to give a plug for her new company. It's called Ice Cream Emergency Western Mass. All right,
that's a great name.
She and her sister own a mobile full-service ice cream parlor disguised as a rescue vehicle.
That's cool.
Isn't that freaking sweet?
And what a loophole, so you don't have to paint your truck.
Dude. Oh, no, it's painted. It's dope.
Really?
It's super cool, man. They've got it's got the little heartbeat thing down the middle, and it says Ice Cream Emergency, saving lives one scoop at a time.
I like it.
Which is just so damn cool. So if you're in the Western Massachusetts area, please, by all means, hit up icecreamemergency.com and check out more about them and hire them to bring some fun to your party or corporate event or school or anything like that. And big props to Addie Stiles, man. That's awesome. Now, Let's get down to brass tacks, shall we?
Sure.
While I still have energy. This week, episode 30, Pixie.
Wow.
30. We have hit our 30s, and it feels like the new 20s.
It feels like the first time.
You are super musical tonight. I'm liking this songstress over there.
Oh, my God. I don't normally sing, too. I have a
You
terrible voice.
It's working.
But I'm tired, so.
So this week's episode 30, is entitled, Take This Job and Shove It. Shove it aside. Shove it. Sorry, I got all Deftones on you. No, this episode is entitled, Take This Job and Shove It. Rage Quitting.
Or, you don't pay me enough.
Parenthetically, you don't pay me enough. And we start off the rage quit, which we thought going into all of this thing that the rage quit was like a hallmark of the restaurant industry, just because we see it happen so much. At restaurants, it does seem that the rage quit is an open-ended statement.
Yeah, we have the
Like, people rage quit and then are back the next day.
We have someone who's currently working with us that I swore was fired like 3 times, but they're still there.
Yeah, but that's not a quit.
Yeah, but still, like, quit, then fire, and all that, but you're still there.
Yeah.
You still show up.
Yeah, it does seem in our industry a little bit more open-ended, but the rage quit is a real thing to real jobs.
Yeah.
Not just in restaurants.
Our shenanigans.
Yes, exactly. And our first story of the day actually comes to us from Philadelphia, from Jennifer, who's listening in Philly, and she does not work in a food service
job?
industry. No.
Oh, okay, cool.
She said, while getting screamed at in a meeting by some marketing jerk that was literally demanding my technical group perform magic on a completely unrealistic time schedule with almost no resources, literally screaming at me in front of about 8 of my peers, calling me incompetent, saying, just do your job, and all of that shit. I stood up, said I refused to be talked to like that, and left the meeting. Normally, if you get up and leave these type of meetings, you're fired. Like, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Boss scheduled a meeting with her for later in the afternoon after hearing about it. Figured I'd be, escorted out, but was told that they fired the marketing guy instead.
No shit.
Yeah. That was my F it, I quit moment after being yelled at.
Yeah.
And she was ready. But the company kept me on and fired the other guy.
Neat.
Pretty happy. It's been a solid place to work ever since.
All because you couldn't make the Statue of Liberty disappear and then reappear.
Bitch.
I mean...
But here's the thing. But let me tell you why.
I'm not David Copperfield?
No, you are not. You're not even David Blaine.
Hey.
He's the worst. I feel as though Jennifer rocks some Jedi mind shit on that, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
And that actually winds up technically not being a rage quit even, because she didn't quit.
Well, she didn't full on quit because she didn't need to.
She had
fired the other guy.
She had quitting intentions in her heart.
Yeah.
But she did not actually quit.
Yeah.
Good on you, Jennifer.
Way to keep your job.
I salute you.
You want to get into some restaurant fuckery?
If we're not going to, why are we here?
Right?
Why are we even here?
Right. This next story comes to us from a listener named Mandy in Texas.
Hey there, Mandy.
Hi, Mandy.
You're a pretty good girl. You're not a fine girl because you're not Brenda.
Because she's a fine girl. Oh, my goodness.
We can only have one fine girl in this entire world, and it's Brenda.
Apparently. So she says, my first job, and then in parentheses, at a pizza delivery place.
Woot!
I was almost 18, and I overheard my manager in his 40s, exclamation point.
Gross.
You're old with your old balls. Pendulous nads.
What's his 5-year plan? Don't die?
Change his 5-year plan to a 10-year plan. So a manager in his 40s.
Gross.
With his gross old balls. Was there with a few delivery drivers, and they were talking about throwing me a birthday party.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, that's so nice. Until this next part. And spiking my drink so that they could, wait for it, quote unquote, do things to me.
Oh.
Fucking creeper.
That's bad.
That's rape. That's what that is. That's touching her no-no square.
Yeah.
And how dare you?
Oh.
They had no idea I was listening around the corner, and maybe they were joking, maybe they weren't. I didn't care.
No, you don't joke about that.
Exactly. I quit right then and there.
Yeah.
You know what I say? Good for you, Mandy.
Fucking good for you,
Fuck
Mandy.
the patriarchy.
Jesus Christ. That's like, I don't even know that that's a rage quit, but
that's a I'm scared quit. I don't feel safe quit.
I would have rage actually at the men for being men at that point.
Yeah, rage against the machine.
Like the microwave,
the washing machine, the pizza oven,
refrigerator, or the 40-year-old rapist. But that's less catchy.
Yes.
Rage Against the 40-year-old rapist doesn't sell albums. Rage Against the Machine, that works.
That's awful.
It is. Keep talking, Pixie. You got another one, don't you?
I do, actually. So this one hits a little close to home on multiple levels.
Oh.
Yeah. This is from Destiny in York, PA.
She's my destiny.
Yeah.
Or as I like to say, density.
I actually like that name. I don't know why, but it's soothing. I don't know.
Because it's your fucking destiny, man.
Yeah, like you can't, change destiny. She's just her. So anyway,
gotta ride her till she bucks you.
this Destiny is a nurse, and she was working in a nursing home 2 years ago. Now she says that she needed a liver transplant.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so she was on medication to help treat her arthritis, and it was arthritis. Yeah.
Damn you.
She says, I was healthy-ish enough to work at the time, so she did, because she's intelligent, that she needed a job, okay? So one of the downsides to having the liver discompensating for, like, the ability to control your blood sugar and all the things it does.
Okay. So opposite of compensating.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll get down, like, low, like, into the 50s, she says.
Ooh.
Which is super low. Like, I would be blacked out.
Yeah.
So the fact that she was able to function, good for her. Anyway, she says, the low blood sugar can be dangerous. It feels like you have difficulty focusing. It must seem to others like you're drunk and high at the same time, at least for me. During one of my shifts, my sugar dropped twice. The first time I ate some protein, I took a break and tried to bring it back up before starting to pass my meds and narcotics.
Okay.
The second time, it dipped real low into the 50s, and she asked if someone could take over for her so her husband could pick her up and take her to the hospital.
Wow, Jesus.
Yeah, so it was like really serious.
Yeah.
After an hour, they came and told her that nobody was available. Now, she calls bullshit because despite all this, she saw at least 4 RNs sitting on their asses in their office.
Oh, and again, nurses, like...
Yeah, and she's got a trash liver. Like, come on, man.
Like, you're in a professional place.
Yeah, so...
And with other professionals that can help your medical issue, and they're not doing fuck.
Well, I mean, it's not so much that they can help her. I guess they could give her that, like, paste that goes on your gums. That would be... Honestly, that would be what I've done in a quick situation. But you could help a fellow nurse out.
Yeah.
Don't be an asshole.
Yeah, that's a dick move.
Well, another thing with this, too, and I don't know if she's recognizing this, but when you start to get shaky like that, it changes your mood. For me, I do get angry and I lash out. For her, she called her husband crying because she was so frustrated.
Yeah, as that makes sense. I would.
Yeah. Well, he freaked
and
out.
I don't even have a husband.
Right?
And I would still call him.
He was a good guy, though. He freaked out and he drove to her work. And while he was driving to her work, he was on the phone. He was on phone.
Him on phone call. Talk woman life partner.
So her husband freaked. He was on the phone with her as he drove to her work. He was talking to both the state board of nursing.
Oh, shit.
And
good
the
man.
county health department.
Oh, good man.
So he comes in. He packs her things. He helps her to walk to her supervisor's office, where he proceeds to go ballistic.
Good for you, dude.
She says, I've never seen my husband angry. We've never fought. So this was actually kind of
Wow.
scary for me.
Shit.
After a lot of swearing while still on the phone with the county health department so they could hear the whole conversation, he quit for her and they left.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was like, she fucking quits. Fuck
you. I'm
yeah.
out. So here's just the one again. I'm sorry to be such a contrarian
Yeah.
today. So he was going to take her to the hospital
Yes.
where she could get treatment for her fucking crashing
Yeah.
liver problem.
Well, her crashing blood sugar
Right.
from her liver, yeah.
But instead, he stayed to bitch out the boss first.
Well, I mean, she
Do you
was
have
gonna...
that type? Like, maybe I should
This
rephrase
isn't a
this. I
precious
legitimately
seconds.
okay. See, I legitimately don't understand if it's like I have to get to the ER right now or I'm gonna die thing.
No.
Or okay, all right.
No.
Then totally even better. Good on him. Extra.
It's one of those things, I'm sure, where it was a precaution that they would need to check on her to take her there. But the blood sugar thing is an odd thing in that some people, yeah, it could lead to you blacking out, in which case you will need to go to the ER. Obviously, it was better than her working her entire shift, though.
Right.
So, I mean, it was good on him. And who knows how long it actually took him to be like, yo, my fucking wife is like
True.
blacking out and looks like shit. What the fuck? Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. So I say good on him.
And that's
good on
even-
Destiny for leaving a job that treated her terribly.
And even better for that story in general because it was a vicarious rage quit.
Yeah. I think it's
Like-
sweet. If you vicariously rage quit for me, then you're a good husband.
There you go. So,
Yeah.
gentlemen, you know where the bar is.
It's in the shopping center.
Dum-dum-dum. All righty. My story here comes to us from Rich in Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
cool.
We have some nice listenership in Atlanta.
Dropping and crossing. Dropping and crossing.
Word. The ATL, the Hot Atlanta, I do believe they refer to it as.
Not as opposed to the lukewarm Lanta.
Or even the Cool Lanta.
Oh, my Lanta.
Oh, there it is. We worked all the way through it just for that. You're welcome, people. So Rich says, my first job was working at a little barbecue place with a drive-thru. My day off, manager calls me at 8:30 a.m., half hour before open, saying she doesn't feel good, needs me to open. Which is a little weird that a manager would call like
Pass the buck?
first time job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's just
I
irresponsible.
know I didn't show you how we
managership.
open, but like, could you
Whatever.
open?
You get it, right? You get the gist of it all.
Unlock the doors and greet people?
Yeah, it's not hard. I mean, Bobby can do it.
Oh,
no,
wait.
he can't. So Rich rushes in and ends up working all day.
Good for him, man.
All right. 5 p.m. rolls around. Manager comes in with the owner of the business, who, by the way, she's dating.
Oh, they were fucking.
Actually, Pixie, I don't believe that they were.
Oh,
You know why?
why?
They were at the fair all day
Oh, it was an affair to remember.
and completely forgot that they lied to him about her being sick.
Oh, you bitch.
So he bites his tongue and says, dude, can I just go home then? They say no.
Fuck you.
You have to stay till close. 9 p.m.
Oh, my God.
So they made him work a 12-hour double.
Because they went to the fair like assholes.
Right. At 9 p.m., I took my shirt off, handed them my keys, and said, today was my last day, and walked out the door shirtless.
Fuck yeah, man.
Best part, when he gets home, his dad was fucking pissed
Why?
that he quit his job. So he told them what they did
Yeah.
and said, I'm not making enough money. You don't pay me enough.
You don't pay me enough.
Dad looks at the pay stubs and he sees that they, in fact, hadn't been paying him overtime the entire time he worked there.
Oh my God.
So he made him go back in and demand his pay.
Wow.
He went back in with the pay stubs. The manager then started crying.
Yeah, she should be embarrassed.
Gave him cash out of the register to cover his overtime and then some, which seems possibly illegal.
Yes. Very illegal.
But hey,
whatever,
get
man.
your motherfucking money, man.
This is what happens when you hire children to fucking run your establishment, though. Do you
gets
people
better.
get that?
The next day, they called him to make sure that he wasn't going to go and report them to the Better Business Bureau. He didn't.
Aw.
But his dad did.
Nice.
Fuck yes, Senior Rich. Good on you, man.
Hell
That's
yeah.
fucking awesome.
Speaking of fairs.
We were just now.
This comes from Cheryl in Clearwater, Florida.
Hey, Cheryl.
Now, I've never been to Clearwater, I will confess, but I have family there, and I know of it.
I hear the aqua is just spectacular. You can see right through it.
I'm sure it's Florida. No matter what. I guarantee you it's Florida. So, Cheryl
A ringing
says...
endorsement. That'll be on the fucking next marketing campaign. Florida.
It's Florida. You're welcome, Florida.
Yeah. You know what? You don't even have to sponsor the Shifty of the Week for that one. We're just giving that to you. That's a freebie from us.
Cheryl says, I was working at an ice cream vendor at an amusement park.
Huh.
It was the kind of ice cream that comes in those little flash frozen pellets.
Oh, you mean
Dippin'
Dippin'
Dots?
Which I'm sure she didn't
Taste
say
like-
for legal reasons.
Yeah, they taste like freezer burn.
What's awesome about Dippin' Dots is for the entirety of my lifetime, and I know for a fact going back prior to my existence on this planet, they have billed themselves as the ice cream of the future. And I would pretty much like to say the future's here, and regular ice cream is still the ice cream of the future.
I will also say again, Dippin' Dots taste like shit.
You know who would never, I hope not, get into the Dippin' Dots mess?
Who?
Ice Cream Emergency of Western Mass.
I hope not either.
I'll bet Addie is fucking straight above board and does not mess with that stuff.
She actually does real ice cream?
Yeah, like
Awesome.
actual. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Cheryl says that she was selling these tiny cups of overpriced frozen ice cream balls.
I got your ice cream balls right here.
Exactly. The line was half a dozen people when the manager comes over and said he saw someone walk with their cup not leveled off.
Oh, I fucking hate that.
Meaning she didn't scrape off the top. So,
right, so that
you
she
know, you
wasn't
got
over,
skimmed.
Yeah.
Yeah. During my dad's business, we do the, it's snow cones. So you actually roll up the ice. But my dad and my grandpa showed me how you make an ice well to roll
the cone.
Hollow inside.
Hollow that bitch out.
Yeah, so that
Fuck
way
yes.
you're wanting extra ice, which charges 50 cents more.
Hell
for
motherfucking
ice.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's the good ice.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. With this frozen ice debacle, she acknowledges his comment and says, I'm sorry. And with the next customer, she levels off the scoop by scraping off the excess pellets because, God forbid, she give them their money's worth.
Yeah, you really shouldn't. You're not supposed to.
Not exposed to. The manager says, you didn't level it off enough.
It's not.
He snatches it from her hand,
Oh, that's fucked up.
dumps it back into the bin, and made her redo it while standing over her.
Like a dick.
So both her and the customer were silent and uncomfortable.
Yeah. Jesus, you literally think I can't fucking scoop frozen ice pellets
Into
properly.
this shit. Yeah. She says,
Like, that's above my aptitude.
I filled up the cup and leveled it off the exact same way I did the first time. But apparently this time it met his approval. And he says,
God.
That's how that should be done the whole time. It isn't that hard.
God, it's like he wanted to fucking spike it like a goddamn touchdown.
Right?
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Then he stormed away.
Fucking asshole.
She says, well, the previous day, I worked my entire shift without any break. The manager had forgotten to send relief to my little stall, so I wasn't able to take lunch, and I was really annoyed with the company. But being yelled at and belittled in front of a customer was enough of a line in her book. So she handed the customer his ice cream and his money Then she proceeded down the line to give everybody their ice cream for free.
What?
Yes. She says, I didn't lock up the ice cream. I didn't close down the freezers. I didn't empty anything. I didn't power down the register. I simply left. I took my name tag and my polo with me and said, fuck this. I just fucking left.
Yes.
I've never regretted it for a single second.
No goddamn regrets.
You rock, Cheryl.
That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
I've never, seen one of those ice cream Dippin' Dot stalls. I've only ever seen them in malls.
Baseball games.
Really?
Yeah. What they get you at, those fuckers, is they have the commemorative helmet as the cup.
They taste like such shit. Even as a kid, I never understood it.
I don't know.
It tastes like freezer burn.
I don't mind a Dippin' Dot from time to time. But again, it could very well be that when I'm eating them, I'm at a ball game, eating it out of a cute little cone helmet that you can take the plastic helmet home.
You can do that at Dairy Queen.
Shush. No, you can only do it at the ball game. That's Dippin' Dot law.
Okay.
We're going to wind things down for today. Yeah, because I'm what the kids like to say, fading. At this point, I'm not faded, which would be delightful.
Just fading.
I'm fading because I'm old and, dying on the inside.
Okay.
This comes from a listener of mine and now ours in Ohio named Trace. Now, Trace actually used to listen to me on the radio in Ohio literal 20 years ago.
Wow. That's old.
Yeah. He's old like me. But he and his lovely wife, Samantha, now listen to our show here, which is pretty fucking awesome. And Trace, thank you very much for writing in. This is his rage quit. I worked as a dispatcher for a cable company in the Valley in Southern California. He actually, by the way, used to do sets and stuff for horror movies. And to this day makes the most amazing tombstones and whole mausoleums and everything come Halloween. They're amazing. He made me a tombstone back when I was on the radio, and it looked super fucking real. Did out of styrofoam and stuff, but painted and layered to make it look like chipped old fucking slate. Just
do you still
awesome.
have it in case you die from this COVID?
It's definitely come with me every step of the way. It's probably somewhere locked away in storage. So yeah, if it's Boomer, here lies Boomer, not the worst, not the best. Now he's dead like all the rest.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I will make sure we rig that up for you.
Awesome. Scary Boy Productions, by the way. That's another
cool.
Today's all the shout out.
Yeah.
It's, in
for
my
you anyway.
In my COVID stupor, I'm feeling very generous with our airtime here. So Trace was the guy that closed the shop at the end of the day, 10:30 p.m. One day he had to park in the cage where we parked our install vans. The install supervisor was a dickwad. He
I love his verbiage there.
Right. He had the guys park vans all around my car, so I was trapped in the cage overnight.
Wow, he was a dickwad.
Yeah. I called my wife of 2 months to come get me. I told them to pound sand in the middle of the shift.
Yeah.
You can't just leave. You're a dispatcher. Me, in front of all of the CSR people, fuck you, I can't. Then his wife will be here in 10 minutes. Supervisor, who's going to cover dispatch? We have an outage. You need to get back in there. Trace, it's not fucking happening, Jack. You should have thought about that before you let that fucking asshole Steve pin my car in the lot. Super. So, you're really leaving in the middle of the shift? Me. Boy, you catch on quick. Trace exits, middle finger extended. The next day, Trace arrives before he is scheduled. Starts to get personal items from locker. Super. So, you came back. Good. Trace. Again, in front of a room full of agents. Are you fucking high, dude? I'm cleaning out my locker. Are you not paying attention? I just came back to get my car. Super. Wait, what? So you're not gonna work today? Who's gonna help Freddy in dispatch? Trace. Not me, pal. Y'all fucked me yesterday. Stick dispatch up your ass. Treat people better than you clueless turd. Fart knocker. This could have been anything. Don't quite remember. Stupor. So you're quitting?
Stupor?
Yeah. He calls him the supervisor.
Yeah.
So you're quitting? Amazing. That's it. Then he fucking left. But get this. I'm going to do a little to give you a flavor of who Trace is. His wife says that the redneck side of Trace is the side that she dislikes. Okay. He said, I once was asked to get a haircut for work because it was too long.
Mm-hmm.
I got a mohawk because fuck you. Now I got a fucking haircut. Are you happy? Apparently the boss said something about you're a fucking asshole.
Wow. I believe it was the machine in which you raise against saying, fuck you.
I won't do what you tell me. No, I will not. I would not. Hello, machine.
You rage against that machine, Trace.
That's fucking awesome, dude. Thank you so much for the stories, brother. I appreciate you and thinking about you with hair and not shaved bald. It's an inside joke. It's okay.
I would give shout outs and things, but I burn my bridges, so yeah.
You tend to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad. Because I want to give shout outs.
Yeah, well, we can.
But I know those people might not appreciate me.
You know what? We appreciate you, so fuck them.
Yeah.
How's that?
Fuck them.
I'll burn that bridge for you.
Good.
That'll be me.
I'll be there with kerosene.
Me. I won't be there because I will still be in some manner of being by myself away from people now.
Well, good. Then you can bail me out.
See, and that's what a good friendship is based on.
Aw.
Find yourself a pal that will always be your bailout buddy.
Yay.
Better than a tombstone friend.
That's who I'll shout out to. My bail bondsman.
Yay. Thanks, Hector.
Dial 1-800-ACCIDENT.
Don't, because I'm sure that's probably a fucking number.
Yeah, it probably is.
And you'll get some terrible ambulance chaser.
If you do, say what's up.
Hey, Pixie says, yo.
Sup.
Oh, Pixie, with that, we are going to pull a hammer in on episode 30 of Service Entrance People. It was entitled, You Can Take This Job and Shove It aside. Every time.
Yeah.
That's in my head.
Good for you.
Deftones will always be playing in a loop in my brain.
So let's give a special thanks to our executive producers, Chris Moore and Chuck Cumberland.
Thank you to the both of you gentlemen.
If you would like to be an executive producer, hit up our Patreon at patreon.com/serviceentrancepeople.
You can also become a content producer like Chef Hope and Jeff Teal.
Absolutely.
And that you can do just by sending us your stories at serviceentrancepeople@gmail.com or leaving us a voicemail at 854-345-7721.
You can also message us on Facebook at Service Entrance People Podcast, or you can DM us at Service Entrance People Pod on Instagram.
Pixie, who's all up in your DM?
Hopefully people who love this podcast.
I hope so too. So you said patreon.com/serviceentrancepeople if you want to be that executive producer. If you don't want a full-on commit like that, but you kind of want to test the waters, you can go to our PayPal and donate anything from $1 to $1 million. What's the PayPal again?
PayPal at Service Entrance Peeps.
There we go. Thank you. I forget things sometimes. Also, check out our YouTube channel, which is at Service Entrance People. I do apologize. There was a little bit of a delay getting episode, I want to say 28 up there. Mm-hmm. We had some technical difficulties, but all episodes are now currently up and available to watch, air quotes there. The big thing for us with that is that they are closed captioned so that our hearing impaired listeners can enjoy us as well.
So tell your friends, tell your family, tell a strange kid at a corner store to listen, like, share, subscribe, rate, and review 5 stars.
1, 2, 5.
And leave words because they matter to someone who's not us.
Exact. Amundo. Thank you so much, people. Barring the death of me, we will be back next week as all new episodes. We will be available for you on all streaming platforms Wednesday night at midnight. Thank you so much for taking the time and listening to yet another fun episode of Service Entrance People. I am Boomer.
And I am Pixie. Adios.
Can I say I won't give it up?
What's up, everybody? My name is Brian Chartrand. I'm a singer-songwriter based in Phoenix, Arizona, and I started a podcast called So the Story Goes with Brian Chartrand. It's a podcast that connects with creatives, mainly creatives here in Phoenix, but also international touring artists, names that you definitely will recognize. And we talk about everything from pop culture to music to art, how they stayed creative during the pandemic. It's a lot of fun, especially if you love music, and I know you do. I'm also old friends with your dear friend, Boomer. I hope you check out So the Story Goes. I think you'll dig it. You can find it at Apple Podcasts, on Amazon. Join us for the next conversation. We're celebrating 100 episodes. Thanks for listening.